Where the hell are we?
Shenendoah.
Shenendoah Valley. And what are we doing?
We are driving the Skyline Drive and letting the girls get their ranger badges.
Yeah, the girls are off over there doing the, look at me, I'm a junior ranger, and they're going to get a badge, and they're filling out pamphlets, and state parks are cool. This is state park, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lovely overlook behind us, and there will be more. We will be visiting them all.
People pay $30 to drive this stupid road.
Well, they pay $30 to access the park for a week.
Okay, well, yeah, there's that. No, I'm military, so we got it for free. But, all right.
So, happy Independence Day from Spacious Skies Campground in Luray, Virginia.
This place is amazing. It's on this weird little hill, and it's seriously surrounded by sky.
We've got
excuse me, by the way.
corn fields behind us, and we've got a cow farm to our right. These sites are beautiful. If you do come out here, there really isn't a bad site. Spacious Skies is trying to compete with KOA.
I can see why. This place is nice.
It is.
The amenities are fantastic.
Yeah. Cost-wise, this particular campground, a little pricier, like a KOA would be, I think, but we paid for a holiday weekend.
We did pay for 4 days over a holiday weekend.
On a pull-through premium site.
Yep.
So this particular stay over the 4th of July is costing us about $400.
Yep.
But it's not always that.
The flies.
The one downside to being next to all this farmland. Yeah.
That's going to be a thing. Just, yes.
Being next to all this farmland is there are flies. And one of our neighbors, we own one of those, and I'll put it in the description, a bug assault gun.
Oh yeah, it's a salt little shotgun. They're awesome.
For the flies, would have been amazing.
Would have been. Speaking of things that we keep in the RV, how's the stability of the rig been this time?
Oh yes, your Wobble Stoppers.
So I was on the internet and I saw somebody talking about something called a Wobble Stopper. And I was like, what the heck's a Wobble Stopper? And I'm going to show you the instructions. They'll be at the end of the video. You can fast forward if you want. Please don't. Please watch the entire video. That does so much better for our analytics. But if you're interested, the instructions and the actual how to do it will be at the end of the video. But they're basically just 2x4s and eye bolts, and you ram them underneath the front and back of the trailer on each side. And they work with your stabilizing jacks.
You should make 2 full sets,
yeah.
Long set and a half size set.
Yeah.
So we don't have any on the front, but even with just the back, I still feel it, not as much. The one thing about the RV that I thought was gonna be hard for me is no longer hard.
Speaking of things that are hard while you camp, cooking.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of these pie irons? I'm asking them because I know you have, because we're cooking in them.
They are very simple to use. They come apart. You put your ingredients inside, you grease it up first, then you close it and you put it over the fire.
Plow.
Until it's done. So
our first night we decided to make Philly cheesesteaks in them.
We pre-cooked the vegetables in a little bit of oil and butter, and I pre-cooked the steakums just so that they were brown. And then I put it all in a container and I threw it in the fridge and added a slice of cheese on our crescent dough.
Yep.
Easy peasy, and they were actually... I'm not gonna make steak sandwiches like normal anymore. I'm going to do it in a pie iron.
At home.
I'll just stick them in the oven.
Oh my! Crescent rolls, steakums, and onions and peppers.
Well, and tonight
so
we're gonna
good.
try to do. I think we're gonna make the cherry pies.
Yeah, we're gonna make cherry pies using pie filling and pie crust.
And we
again
may
in the
or
pie
may
iron.
not do the pizza. If we don't have time to do it this time, we're going camping and like weekend after next, and we'll do it then. Those will keep in the freezer.
It's true.
So
Pie irons.
Pie irons.
Get them.
They've been great actually, and I'm glad that we bought 4. You originally only wanted 3, but I'd like to have an extra.
Oh yeah. All right. So Skyline Drive. That was cool. So first off,
so you know, Skyline Drive is along the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, it's right along the Appalachian Trail. Yeah.
In Shenendoah National Park.
Yep. Just runs the ridge of the top of the mountains, and it's gorgeous.
Views, yeah.
Oh, the views were amazing.
Oh, and the girls did the Junior Ranger. If you don't know, any national park has Junior Ranger, right? And it's supposed to be for little kids, but my teenager is all about that.
Remember when I said teenagers can't determine if they're 6 or 26?
Yeah. So they go and they get to learn about the national park they're in, and when they're done, they prove it to a ranger, and a ranger gives them a little badge and a stamp. But they collect these,
Yep.
and I think it's cute.
Lily's got a whole stack of these little wooden badges. Just It's adorable.
But if you have kids and you're wondering what to do at a national park,
I'll take care of that in a minute. Did you know that Skyline Drive costs $32 to drive? $30, sorry. It's $30 to drive it.
for 7 days. The maintenance of these parks are expensive, and
So when I bought a Christmas ornament at one of the ranger stations, they said, would you like to round up to the nearest dollar to help the parks? I did. And I don't ever do that, and I did. So I understand the value of national parks.
right, I'm just saying that if you're out this way, spend the $30, see the park. It is gorgeous.
It is not even a once in a lifetime. It's a bucket list item. You seriously need to do it.
I kind of want to be brave and see it at night, but I'm kind of scared.
There's nothing to see. It's dark. There were no street lamps out there.
Stars.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, so what else did we do?
We went to Luray Caverns.
Let me tell you, the amount of families, both with littles and withouts, that touch the formations, that were breaking all the rules, don't do that.
Don't touch the rocks.
If you go to these precious sites, don't become the tourist that leaves their brain at home. I will say, and I know Garen's got a lot to say about it, that the formations, the rocks inside the caverns were so beautiful. But we noticed how well places like Disney...
So you go to Disney and you look at the rocks in the walls of the queue and you know they're made of concrete and you're going, oh my goodness, this looks so fake. And then you go to places like Luray Caverns and you go, wait a tick, because it's not. And then you suddenly realize that the Disney Imagineers did such an amazing job that places like Pirates of the Caribbean and Flight of Passage and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, they've got these walls that look like the real walls. And you're like, good job, Disney. It was amazing.
Like I said to Lily, I really felt like when we were just going in, it reminded me of the Pirates of the Caribbean entrance.
It really did.
So it's beautiful, and Disney does an amazing job.
They do.
It's a tough walk. Did I do it at 313 pounds? Yes, I did. Was it hard? Yeah. I was coated in sweat.
It was paved, and there were handrails for most of it.
And it was also wet in places and very steep.
It was humid.
It was humid.
You don't need a coat, but...
No, you don't need a coat unless you're really, really sensitive to cold. I enjoyed it. I
thought the temperature was perfect.
But other people might be cold. I wasn't cold.
It was.
So do it. Go see it. Don't touch the rocks. Don't take grandma if she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it was good. And then, yesterday we made a pilgrimage to what the local foodies consider to be the quintessential hamburger joint in the area. Spelunkers. It's in Front Royal? Front Royal, Virginia. And oh my goodness, it was amazing. I thought it was amazing. You didn't, because you're like, look at my dulled sense of taste.
Full disclosure, after we got off the cruise, I was positive for COVID.
So way to go.
It was like the most positive test ever. That line was...
We went drip, and it's like, boof.
Positive.
You're like the Usain Bolt of getting COVID. So
I didn't lose my sense of smell. I didn't lose my sense of taste, but they are dulled. And I know they are, because I'm watching everybody else eat these things, and they're like, oh, this is amazing. And I'm like... I thought it was kind of bland.
Okay, so since you couldn't taste it, the beef was perfect.
It looked good. It was dripping.
It was dripping with grease, because remember, fat is flavor. We'll talk about fat in a minute. Nutrisystem. Anyway, the bun, it was a sponge bun like you get it In and Out, and it was oiled and salted, and then the beef, and it had the American cheese that was just running off of it, and the pickles had the dill, and then it was so good, and then the grilled onions.
The next time I order it, I'm going to ask for extra mayo.
You do you, boo, but damn, that was so good. The hand-cut French fries.
Can we go back? I want to go back. Anyways, I want to try it again. Might do so today, might not. We'll find out.
So, we're going to go, from 1 to 100. Actually, it's 100 to 1, because Spelunkers is 100.
Completely left fielding this.
Yep.
Let's talk about the thing that we haven't talked about. We started a series for Nutrisystem and did not finish it.
No, we did not.
Why didn't we finish it?
Because Nutrisystem is terrible.
I agree.
Terrible.
So a commenter pointed out that I wasn't going to be successful because I was complaining about everything. And the truth of it is, I was. I didn't like it from the get-go. I was honest about it.
I tried to be optimistic. I mean, this is good. This is okay. I could see myself eating this.
But we couldn't. We found ourselves dreading each thing.
Each and every meal. Now, we we walked into this with the best of intentions. We picked up the partner plan. We did the, let's do the hearty inspirations, the restaurant-inspired foods. Let's do as much of the frozen foods as we could because we knew that they were going to be better. And we laid out almost $1,000 for the first month of that. And our freezer is still 2/3 of the way full of it.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that maybe Lily will eat some once in a while.
And if she doesn't, I mean,
I'll
I'm
give
gonna.
it away. I'll give it away. I won't throw it away. I'll give it away. I couldn't do it. There's no flavor. There's the extra cost of having to go buy all the groceries for the vegetables and the power fuels, and then if you want to continue to do shakes, it's too much.
It's convoluted. The price is not all-encompassing. The food is bland. It's too high in fiber, causing gas, and which I know that they use that to make you feel full.
Now, people who are successful on it, great.
I'm jealous
so
of
happy
you.
for you. I am, but it's not for me. I am a full proponent of the diet. The diet that is successful is the one you can actually
It has
follow.
to be sustainable. No, you lay out $1,000 for this program for the two of us for a month. And with that kind of money, we could have gotten my FitnessPal Pro, Fitbit Pro, and new Fitbits each for 5 years for the same cost.
Yeah.
And it would have given us all the same tools, and I'm probably going to spend just as much money on food as the extra food that I would have had to have gotten with Nutrisystem. And
So I'm actually going to probably try that next. I am going to try my FitnessPal Premium. I'm going to go back to calories in, calories out. I'm going to go back to move more,
move more, eat less, yeah.
I'm going to probably try to limit my eating between 11 and 7. I do that anyway.
So it's not hard to do.
It's not hard to do. This is no longer a challenge of how much weight can I lose, how quickly can I lose it. This is becoming this is an attempt to change a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle I want to live. I want to go camping. I want to go see things. I want to do things. And I can't see and do them at 300 pounds. As I said earlier, Luray was terrifying going in. I really wasn't sure I was going to make it through that.
But you did.
But I did. Barely.
Yeah.
And when we went to Universal Studios and the one before that, where did we go locally?
Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. I don't fit in any of those rides. And it's boring for me to go to those places. And in fact, the next trip to Disney in August, pray for us.
Don't go to Disney in August. I blame my teenagers.
Our next trip in August, we're not going to Universal, the theme parks. We're just going to the water park.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go float around in the water for a day or two or
That'll
3
be
or
nice.
5.
I'm excited. We're going to try a cabana. We spoiled ourselves.
Oh, yeah, we spoil ourselves every day. Other people buy motorcycles and tattoos and go gamble, and we go to
want a
Disney. And
tattoo.
you have one. Be good. Be nice.
We're going to do Disney. I don't think there's... Oh, the ball in August.
Oh, yeah, we're going to a military ball in August. The boys are going to fly in, and we're going to get dressed up in the fancy uniforms and go to a military ball, and it's going to be exciting.
So if you're still hanging out with us, I hope it's not because of Nutrisystem. If it is, I apologize
The
profusely.
Nutrisystem is terrible.
But that one's not going to work for us.
And if it works for you, good, but it's terrible. All right.
Well, with that...
Please like, please subscribe, and because we're stuck going to Disney in August, please pray for us, because that's going to be hell.
We'll only come out at night.
But seriously, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Flies.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
That's a real nice 2400 BH we got right there. It'd be even better if you know it didn't wobble whenever you got into it. It moves. That's not necessarily a good thing. But Garen, you say, what about these? Up and down and up and down. Now, I'm obviously not the smartest man out there, but I will contend that there is a better answer. And that better answer is going to cost me $35 from the Home Depot. So we're going to use a couple of eye bolts, a couple of ratchet straps, and a couple of 2x4s. Because I really think that's going to stop the wobble. Let's build some wobble stoppers. Now, Step one is going to require us to take, well, really a single measurement. Underneath, we've got our I-beams, right? And that's what the entire trailer runs on. And down here, well, we have the ground. So we're going to measure from underneath at the I-beam, where the I-beam meets the floor, all the way to the ground. And right here, it looks like it's 30 inches. Now, our first measurement was taken back at the rear of the unit. Second measurement is going to be up forward. "24 inches. Now I'm hooked up to the truck right now, but I know the level is going to be 26 up forward and 26 back aft. Okay, so we know that we've got to be 26 inches forward and 26 inches back aft. Now we're going to need one for the left side, one for the right side, one for the left side up forward, and one for the right side up forward. So a total of 4 wobble stops. All right, so I know that we've got to go 26 inches from up high to down low. And we want our wobble stops to be at a 45-degree angle. And so if I got a 26-inch rise, that means I need a 26-inch run. So let's go back to 7th grade math. We're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So I know that 26 inches squared plus 26 inches squared will give me about 36.77 inches. We're going to go to 38, just because, well, 38 is easier than 36.77. So we'll go 38 inches to make our first mark. Wobble stop 1. "38 inches on our second mark, wobble stop 2. 38 inches for wobble stop 3. And 38 inches for wobble stop 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 in the back, 2 up forward. All right, time to make some cuts. Got my skill saw. Cover my eyes because the last thing I want is sawdust in them. Throw my board up there. Remember, 38 inches. Four cuts. Okay, so we've got our 4 pieces of wood, right? These are our wobble stoppers. To go with our wobble stoppers, we're gonna need ratchet straps. I got a couple of 12-foot ones from the Home Depot for $8. These are 3/8 inch by 4 inch long eye bolts. They come with a nut, and then I purchased a couple of flat deck washers because, well, deck washers are going to save our butt here in a few minutes. Now, our wobble stoppers are going to go under the trailer at an angle, and you don't want your eye bolt to be in the middle because you'll break your board. So our eye bolts are going to be about 6 inches from the bottom of the board. Tape measure. Six inch. 6 inch. 6 inch. 6 inch. Since we know, actually put those here, that we're dealing with 3/8 inch eye bolts, we got to drill with a 3/8 inch drill bit. All right, 4 boards with holes. All right, board. Eye bolt into the board. Big washer, small washer. Nut. And that is a completed wobble stop. Through the power of editing, I'm going to finish the other 3. 4 of them. All right, let's take them over to the trailer and see what happens, shall we? Okay, so we find ourselves here with our wobble stops. We put them up underneath into the eye bolt, or into the eye frame. Now, on the other side, you're gonna notice I've got my eye bolt facing in. I've already got my other ratchet strap connected. So we're gonna take a ratchet strap here and connect that up. Gonna connect it to this wobble stop. And we're gonna ratchet it down. And just like that, all the wobble's gone. I'm at about 30 minutes. 2 2x4s and a pack of ratchet straps. It doesn't get much better than that. You throw them up forward and back aft, your rig's not moving. Now, Garen, what about my power stabilizers? Oh, you can use those too. Double that up. But in the long run, or if you don't have power stabilizers, or if you don't have stabilizers at all, because there are some that are, well, frankly, they just don't have them. Wobble stops. That's how you do it.